Alright, what's going on, everyone? So I'm doing a short video right now just to kind of explain all the little projects going on. I will still later today upload part 7 of the Xbox One S, and I'm currently working on part 8, finishing that one up, so we can dive into the eyeball Xbox as well as all these other projects. So we have the budget water-cooled Xbox One S. I'm already getting parts to do my personal Xbox One S, which will be a non-budget. So we're gonna ignore. I mean, we'll still compare the two price-wise, but I'm not trying to really save money on things. I just want to make it exactly how I want to make it, um, and it will be an inverted version of the original time I water cooled this with the white uh, radiator, fan, reservoir, pretty much everything white but with red fluid. I'm going to try to do the opposite, everything red with opaque white fluid. And it'll have two temperature displays, all kinds of stuff. I'm not going to get too detailed in the projects, but yes, we got those two. We have, these are just the shells of the other Xboxes. We've got a couple more elites happening. There's an air-cooled elite that I've already actually filmed most of, and it's almost done. That's something that will be up for sale before anything else is very soon, probably by the end of this weekend that I'm filming this. Um, so if you love my projects, you want to help support some of the other stuff, especially if you're in the market for an Xbox Elite, it is a Jasper. It will be mostly all black, stock looking, but it will have some cool extra stuff going on, RGB lighting and all that on the inside, and just some extra stuff. We have another video I've already filmed where we got a solution for our eyeball Xbox, another Jasper Elite in excellent condition. I'm the first one to open it. So, yeah. We're going to ignore that other Falcon that I used, which was an Elite also. So we've got two Falcons, actually three, including the Halo one. Those are all parts ones. Well, I'll get to way down the road once I'm done with everything else and I've got time. I'm going to go through those three systems and see if we can get any of them to actually work, or just at least three of them put together and just kind of sell them as is, for obviously very discounted rate. Um, so yeah, we've got those ones going on. I will also have, since like I said, I'm still on the fence about the eyeball one. I kind of want to keep it as a personal one. Either way, I will be keeping it for at least a while to use and test. Even the Xbox One S that will be for sale, I'm still going to keep it just for a week or two to fully test everything out, make sure it's good before I sell it. The eyeball one I'll probably keep for a little bit longer than that. This one, if I especially if I keep the eyeball one, one will be for sale. This is the non-HDMI old school one that actually could truly benefit from water cooling. So this is another project I've actually started filming a long time ago, showing water block install and wiring and stuff like that. This one has a triple 40 radiator. This one will be fully internal. The radiator won't even be sticking out the back. Maybe the fans a little bit if I have it this way. If I put the fans in front, then I'll have to move this a little bit farther back. But yeah, we'll have UV ring of lights. This one will also be sort of stealthy, but then when it's on, it'll be pretty crazy looking. We've even got the halo bezels on this one and all that. What else do we got? I know I just sort of did this one as well as my Slim, but I'm going to be already rebuilding the PS3 Slim and the clear Xbox Slim Elite. So I'll be doing a little duo build. Again, these will be after the eyeball and Xbox One S are done. So I'll be working on two Slims, PS3 and Xbox 360. And my plan with that one is, so I still have lots of older water cooling parts. I actually plan on selling this 240 millimeter radiator that I used in the PC case when I water cooled the Xbox One S. So it is used, but it's in excellent condition. So I'll be reselling that one for a pretty good price. This one I will be keeping. Now, my plan for the Slim, because it was never supposed to be permanent to where there's no fan on the copper radiator that's just kind of mounted to the outside. I want to use basically the stuff that I used on my original water-cooled 1S, which is the white hyper silent fan and this white radiator. So those two will get put on the Slim. And then over here we have an old passive reservoir from XSPC. This one I actually want to put on my PS3 Slim. So we're going to have, I never actually finished installing this monitor here, but we've got the blue monitor, we've got a blue fan, whether I use this one or another one that's blue. And then I want to replace the reservoir on the back with this passive reservoir. And then to match, I want to get a blue radiator. I already got a red radiator for this build. Like I said, it'll be inverted. So I want to get the same thing except a blue one. So it'll be all blue passive reservoir. And even though this one's probably the most efficient system I even have to date, it has never even seen close to 40 Celsius. It is pretty dusty right now. So with turning our reservoir into a passive reservoir, which will help even more with heat, we'll have this is pretty much the most basic type of radiator you can get, so we'll have an even better radiator, and probably a more efficient fan as well. So it'll be all blue, it'll still be chrome of course, so it's going to be pretty much exactly the same. I'm just going to change these out and this out. And then my plan, I'll have to measure it to make sure it's not too long, but will be to use this reservoir on the Xbox Slim, which has the copper, the shorter 150 millimeter reservoir, and then the pump behind it. What I'm going to do with that one is take out the Talus Moon fan on the inside of that one and see if we can actually put the pump on the inside as well. That way the entire top will just be this reservoir here, whether we keep the chrome pieces or the copper ones. But since I'm taking out the copper radiator and putting in all the white stuff, I'll probably just use these silver ones. Plus it'll be easier to have this bottom end cap that has the ports on the side as well. So that's kind of the plan with that. And no, I did not forget about the PSP. That is something we're going to do as soon as we're done with the 1S. Like I said, part 7 will be uploaded not long after this video, actually. And then I'm currently working on part 8, which is going to basically just be painting and final assembly on that one, and then filling it up and testing it. And then, yeah, then we're getting right into, like I said, I'm almost done with this air-cooled Elite. That's just really just a quick flip. That will come with a controller, power cable, everything you need, 250 gig hard drive. So it'll be a nice little bundle. And I know these other projects are going to be pretty expensive. The water cooling stuff is not cheap, but if you're still a fan of my builds, we'll have a nice air-cooled build there, and that will also help fund, because I've been spending quite a bit on these systems. Like I said, I already got a bunch of parts for this one, which is a non-budget one, so it's definitely pricier than the budget one. But yeah, so like I said, we're finishing the 1S budget, we're finishing the eyeball Xbox, we're finishing the air-cooled Elite. Once those 3 are done, we are collecting parts for the non-budget 1S. We'll also be working on this one, fully internal, water-cooled, non-HDMI. And then we'll be rebuilding our PS3 Slim and our Xbox 360 Slim. And the PSP 3000, which we will, it's been a long time since I've done custom firmware on those, so we're going to relearn that together. We'll figure out how to do all that. It'll come with a whole bunch of games. It'll have a cool clear case on it. And yeah, that one's gonna be pretty cool. We'll probably work on that before we dive into rebuilding this one and the 360 Slim. And I get this darn cat. Get out of here, buddy. There's too many wires and little Lego pieces in here. You're gonna have to wait out here. Yeah. So finish those. We'll probably do the PSP. We'll refurbish our two Slims. And then we'll get into this guy here and this guy here. So that's it. Stay tuned, like I said, for the next video, which will be part 7 of our 1S water-cooled budget. And then, yeah, I'll be busy this weekend, hopefully finishing part 8, final part of that one, transferring our eyeball Xbox and our air-cooled Elite. So it'll be a busy weekend. So then once those are all out of the way, we can focus on these other ones and then whatever else comes down the road. I'm looking into possibly even revamping the Wii. Not that there's anything wrong with it, it's great. My only issue is the power button this faceplate fits kind of tight, and you know, it's just an aftermarket case, so I'll either have to kind of sand down this power button. Once in a great while you're playing, it'll just shut off, and that's just because I feel like this button is already putting pressure on it. So I don't know, we might do a new case, like get a clear red case. I seen someone was selling those on eBay for a good price, 20-25 bucks. So maybe I'll kind of use some of the red parts or whatever color I get and kind of mix and match with the clear, because this case is cool and it did come with LEDs and a temperature display, but not long after I got it put together, the temp display and LEDs kind of went out anyway, so we'll have to take that apart and see if we can do anything with it. But that'll be way down the road. So anyway, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, comment, like this video, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.